Canberra, Australia, a relatively quiet capital city that gets absolutely transformed into car lovers heaven every January at the annual Summernats festival. This year marked the 36th event, and man, it went off with a bang. If there is any car event that truly represents Aussie car culture, then this is it. We saw plenty of wild skids on the Burnout pad and soaked up the crazy atmosphere on Tough Street and Skid Row. Holden Commodores and Utes were everywhere, and we even got to witness a mullet competition. Oh, and there was even a brawl to top it off that made it on the news. So, let's have a suss about how crazy this event gets. This, my friends, is Summernats 36. First stop, Summernats City Cruise, and as you can see, the whole town has turned out. How hectic is this? The last few cars coming through now, it's always great to see because we get a lot of cars in the street cruise that aren't road registered. Can't drive them on the street, so this is their one and only opportunity to be able to get them on the road. And it's a fucking sight to see, I'll tell you that. Welcome to Summernats, the epitome of Australian car culture. It's the 36th running of Summernats this year, and we are here at Exhibition Park in Canberra to check this out. It's a horsepower festival here, and it's going to be a wild few days. So let's go exploring and check out what Aussie car culture at Summernats is all about. We are going to go check out the Horsepower Heroes, which is where the cars get dynoed. So there's probably going to be some big horsepower cars, 2,000 horsepower. So let's go and scope that out. Ooh, have a look at what I found behind me. It's a NASCAR. Scope this. I am definitely keen to hear that thing going around later on, and maybe even see it on Tough Street, which is where they do all the burnouts. That'd be wild. This thing behind me here is a fully modified HSV SV88. They're one of the first HSVs that came out, and it's got this mad paint job, very reminiscent of the old HRT race cars. Have a look at this. This particular thing was in the big shed down the end as one of the show cars, and it was a bloody hit last year, and looks like it's going to do some burnouts this year. I can hear things going on in the dyno cell, Horsepower Heroes. Look at that nice Monaro behind us, so let's go in and scope it out. The next car on the dyno is this HSV Tour VE. Have a look at it. They're talking it up. This is going to be some crazy power, I think. Damn! In the third run, 1,629 horsepower. That's wild. What a beast of a car. Just imagine how much money the guy spent on that engine. That's crazy. Oh, and looks like we might have found a cool Ken block car. Check this. That's pretty hectic. Real Ken block car. That's sick. Looks like Ned Whiskey have brought that for us. So let's scope out and see what other cars we can find in this little area in here before we go and scope out the lawnmower racing. That'll be wild. Now we're down here at the Centre Arena. We're going to go watch the lawnmower racing. These aren't your typical lawnmowers. These are modified, tuned up, ride-on lawnmowers. So you can see these things are almost more like go-karts than lawnmowers. So lawnmower racing kind of reminds me of a combination between speedway, ATV, kind of go-karting type stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I'd get out there and give it a run. Now it's time to go check out the show and shine. Let's see what wild cars we can find. There's quite a turnout here. Behind me here we've got one of the VT HSV GTSs. Now this particular one here, they didn't make many of them, but they had the Callaway engine in them. And the Callaway engines, from memory, only were in the GTSs. They weren't in the R8s or the Maloos or the Club Spots or anything like that. So these are a pretty cool car, and these are pretty rare. You don't see too many of them. One of the staples of Australian car culture has to be the ute. Now I think everyone all over the world knows about the utes, and we've got plenty to show you. Alright, check this out. We've found a Mazda RX-8 with an LS1 in it. Have a look at this. Alright, suss this car. This looks like a VRVS drift car with an LS1 in it. Doesn't come with LS1, but have a look at this wagon as well. What an interesting build. It's even got the Japanese plates on it. How cool is that? It looks like it's had the whole interior stripped out. You can see inside it all these bodies, the 2 front seats. The bonnet fits in the back, which is pretty cool. And he's ready to send this thing sideways, I think. It's down here at the show and shine. We got a whole array of cars, everything from Chevrolets to Holdens. We've got Fords around somewhere down there. A lot of Holdens though. VKs, VTs, old Sandmans, a lot. It's pretty cool down in here, I must say. Alright, yeah, now we're gonna scope out some of the exhibits that are around. We've got the Castlemaine Rod Shop here. Let's suss this out. Oh, this is cool. Check this. That right there is a Ferrari engine. Now, how cool is that? Have a look at these rims for your car. I want to see who has these on their car. Scope this, look at this. It's like a donut, literally. Is a Subaru. How about that one? Alright, there's a bit of a taste of Skid Row. We'll come back there a bit later on, but now we've got to hit up the Burnout pad because the Burnout eliminations are starting in 10-15 minutes. And so this is where you basically get people who have built specific cars for the purpose of ripping a mad skid. So that's going to be hectic to see. As you can see, there's a bit of smoke in the air. Oh, here we go. mini burnouts down there. People get covered in smoke and rubber, and what an atmosphere. Friggin' hectic. Alright, we're up on the other side. I can hear them. Let's go and scope. Alright, here's another one. Nothing beats the smell of rubber. We're going to go from one type of spinning the wheels to another. Let's go scope out what's going on in the hall with the drifting. Alright, now here we go, the drift cars. What do we got here? First things first, we have a 180 with what looks like something LSA in it or something. Got what looks like a Datsun. And oh, we got some cars out on the track, so let's go and suss that. Ooh. Here we go, 86 is around now, scope. Japan. There we have it. Bit of drifting for you. Friday afternoon. Look at this thing. Wow. It's a VF. SS, maybe not. SV6. Look at that. Woo! Just look at these cars everywhere you go. Horsepower central. Ooh, look at this. Exorcism. Ooh. Alright, now you can see we're on Tough Street. Just underneath the sign down here of Summernats. Let's have a look at the sights and sounds of the cars. So you can see there's some pretty wild cars down here. We've got some more wild cars behind here as well. A VK just pulled in. We've got this Hilux, a VL. Looks like BT1 replica over here. A couple of American influenced cars. You got Camaros. Absolutely crazy vehicles up in here. And there's even eBay here. Well, what are they doing here? We got people on the simulator. That's kind of cool. eBay. Oh, you're giving away free hats here. Oh, free get a hat? Oh, thank you. Whoa. We got ourselves a eBay hat. What do we got going on over here? Some blokes getting a haircut up in this place. All happening up in here. Alright, let's have a look in here. Oh, these blokes have got the attire on. Some impressive bits of machinery back there. That's wild. Look at this bloke. What's he doing? Ah, these people have got all the attire here. Ah, one of my favourite shops, the album models. A little bit of all sorts in here today. American Wheel Warehouse, what have they got? Big wheels. So in an event like this, obviously everything's going to be quite automotive focused, which is pretty cool. Alright, it's time to head back over to the Burnout pad and check out the Burnout Masters. These are the ones that compete in the big overall competition for the Burnout Masters champion of the Summernats event. These cars do some pretty crazy skids. A lot of smoke, a lot of craziness. Have a go at this. This is the dedication, people. Look how dark, how black they are. It's wild. Welcome to Summernats Saturday. Now, out of the big 4 days that Summernats is on, Saturday is the day. Sold out here today, and I think we're going to be in for a bit of a treat. We are going to go and have a look at the Maguire's Pavilion. Now, these are the top 60 finalists, so these are all custom builds. So there's been so much time, money, and energy spent on these cars, and a lot of these are full, ground up builds. So this is going to be pretty sick to see. So we're going to head over there now. Check out this XA Falcon here. Look at the color on this thing. Wow. One thing I've noticed over the last few years is the more of this style of changing chrome to matte black. And this car here is a prime example of that. Across the front grille here, you can see it's got that matte black look instead of it being chrome like previously. This car looks really good. They've got the mirrors as well done, the door handles. So behind me here we have a LC Tirana, 1970. Number plate, blank check. And I think he probably approached this project with exactly that. Look at the detail. This thing is built as a drag car. And have a look at that. And this probably has to be one of the craziest builds. And it's pretty popular here today as well. It's the forged Falcon. For those who appreciate the quality and attention to detail, this car would have you frothing. I would definitely be suspecting north of $1 million given the quality of the build. Not often you see something like this out here at Summernats, but behind me is build number 3 via Walkinshaw. Have a look at this in the panorama silver color. I'm actually surprised to see one of these in the flesh out here. In Aussie car culture, this was the car that started HSV. So it's the first one they did, HSV's first release, and it has now gone into Australian car culture as one of those quite historic cars, and it's got this very unique body styling on it, which, makes it very eye-catching. So as well as everybody taking up hotels in the city, if you're lucky enough, you can also camp here. We're going to go for a walk through where some of the campsites are at Summernats and have a look at people's setups and have a look at some of the people's cars. So if you're lucky enough to get one of these spots here, you can pretty much back onto the road which loops around the whole venue of the event, which is pretty damn cool. I think this has got to be a first time I've ever seen a Toyota Sora at Summernats. Have a look at this. Wow, we have finally found this thing. Now this is a Suzuki Swift. You may have seen it online. It's been topped at the back and it has an LS engine in it. Oh, what an insane burnout car. Look at that. Gotta say, one of the coolest things of Summernats, people aren't afraid to be unique and have their own sort of fun with their car, whatever way that may be, whether that is putting an LS in a Suzuki Swift. Probably something we haven't seen out here before. Look what we've stumbled across here. Mullets. It's a mullet central up in here.
How long have you been growing your mullet for?
Probably for 2 years.
Awesome. Do you want to turn around, Jagger, and show everyone how long it is? Give it a little shake.
Yeah.
Put your hands together, ladies. This is the last of your junior mullets.
Time to get back over to the Burnout Masters at the skid pad. See what's going on. It's a big crowd already up over here. Next up on the Burnouts is a Toyota Soar. I don't think I've ever seen one of these drop a skid, but I think it's about to right now. Oh, what a wild day it's been already. We left the Burnout area. We're now scoping out down near Tough Street, and we've just noticed there's a Top Fuel Dragster behind me. I'm wondering if they're going to start this thing up, because if they do, this thing is going to be loud.
Come on.
Alright, we've come back down to where the street is. It's all happening. It is getting fucking wild out here now. Have a go at this bloke. That summer tyre. Somehow security's gonna try and control these people. Fucking good luck. Get in it! Reinforcements are here. If there's one place that defines car culture in Australia, it's Saturday afternoon at Summernats, where it just gets absolutely loose. I love it. I love it. It's fucking crazy. think that's it for the cars. I think they've stopped cars from going around.
Oh no, black smoke.
Oh, that's black smoke too. Is this thing on fire or what? All I can say is, wow. Wild. So please to shut it down now. It got a bit too rowdy, everyone got a bit too crazy, so please stop cars from coming. So obviously, they're where the cars would be, not a car in sight. It's not finished just yet. We're heading over to the arena now for some more burnouts on the burnout pad. Whoa, sounds like some pretty crazy cars up on there. Crazy Saturday, what a friggin' day it's been. You can see behind me, look at that. Absolute smoke show. But we wouldn't have it any other way at Summernats, would we? But let's get back to the stands and scope out this Super Cruise.
Half of orange.
How cool is that? Look at this thing, R31 Skyline. Whoa. Yeah, buddy. Whoa, have a look at this thing. Whoa. Well, there we have it. Saturday at Summernats. Super Cruise just finished. Everyone's just chilling out now. We're probably going to go get some food, come back tomorrow for the final day. But what a day. What craziness. So today, Sunday, the final day of Summernats. This day's usually a little bit quieter. You get a couple of people that have already left. And today is primarily focused on crowning the grand champion of Summernats, the Burnout Masters, and the Summernats Burnout Championship Final 40. So we're going to check that out a little bit. We're going to go around, scope out and see some things that we may not have seen yet. Now we've just found quite a famous car in the Aussie burnout scene, Warbird. Scope this thing. Alright, we found our way down the Skid Row. Let's scope out. So pretty much up on Skid Row, anyone can just drive their car in and then you can do a burnout along this like 100, 200 meters. And they've got these bollards in there, you kind of got to go between them. You get the occasional person who hits them. Not ideal. Up in the cloud of smoke. Are we ready for a skid? Let's go. So we're just out here between Skid Row, over the back with the smoke, and Tough Street. Cars are still going round here, and there's plenty of people lined up behind me to chug a skid. Sunday is still going off. It's still a good time to be here. So just behind us here is the grand champion of this year's Summernats 36. Let's have a look at this beast, which as you can see at the front, cleaned up quite a few awards. We're down at the Burnout pad for one last time. How good is this? Have a look at this one. Oh, ditto good. Crazy times here at Summernats. What wild skids we have seen. Absolutely off the chain. Love it. You can't get a more Australian car event than this one. If you haven't been to it, you have to. It's chaos. It's crazy. It's such a vibe. I love it. Yeah! Well, there you have it. A taste of Australian automotive culture here at Summernats 36. Bloody amazing weekends, absolutely chaos, a lot of burnouts, a lot of sick cars, a lot of blowers, sticking out the bonnets of these things. It's just good times, good vibes. It's an amazing place, it's an amazing experience, and it's something that I don't think you get in many other spots anywhere else in the world. Thanks for coming on the journey. I'll see you all on the next automotive experience.